Good morning from Yerevan. Today we have rented a car. I've got the car for the next 4 days, driving around Armenia. So join me on my road trip. We are in the Fiesta. This is my first time driving a left-hand drive car, so this is going to be very interesting, doing it in Armenia. Don't know why I couldn't try it in somewhere less crazy. This is also driving on the right-hand side of the road, obviously. It's going to be very interesting. So first we've got to get out of here, out of Yerevan, and then we'll get on the road out to our first destination. So join me on my adventure. Hopefully I don't end up in a ditch on the side of the road. No, I'm sure it'll be fine. Just going to be a bit stressful, I think, but let's do it. Oh my god, we're going. We made it out of Yerevan. Holy shit. Some of those roundabouts were not easy to navigate. But I didn't ding the car, I only got honked a couple of times, so that's a win. Oh my god. In front of us you can see Mount Ararat. Beautiful. What am I doing? This is insane. So we're out of the city now, at least. We're on the highway. Well, what you could call a highway. Very pretty around here, look at it. Wow. We're in just a rural area. In some village near Mount Ararat. Amazing. Alright, we've parked. We've arrived at our first destination here in Armenia, and it's the beautiful Khor Virap Monastery up on the hill. Down here we have a cemetery, but let's head up to the top, see if we can get a good view. Monastery was medieval, but it was destroyed in the 14th century, rebuilt in the 17th century, as I was just reading. Damaged by successive earthquakes throughout the 20th century, but restoration was continually done on it. So we're just going to climb up a bit, up to the top here, see if we can get a good view. Mount Ararat, the twin peaks of Mount Ararat, Great Mount Ararat, Little Mount Ararat, and here's the monastery that we're at. Mount Ararat, of course, now standing in Turkey. Border not too far from here. Just come behind this little knoll to shelter from the wind a little bit. Behind me you can hear the Armenian flag flying in the breeze. Just over here we have Mount Ararat, pride of the Armenian nation. And I don't know if you can see the tower over there, but just in front of that tower is a creek, or a river I guess, and that marks the border with Turkey. So just those houses over there, those are in Turkey. Mount Ararat, the supposed landing place of Noah's Ark, also the Armenians believe, and so as a result it holds a special place in Armenians' hearts, especially since Armenia was the very first country in the world to adopt Christianity as its religion back in the year 300 AD. Mount Ararat once stood within their borders, but no longer. Another fact about the Turkish border behind me, it was during the Cold War just one of two places where the Iron Curtain bordered the Soviet Union directly. The other was in northern Norway. Armenia, of course, part of the Soviet Union up until 1991, During that time, Turkey joined NATO, of which it's still a part today, much to the frustration of Finland and Sweden at the moment. This was filmed on the 25th of June 2022, at which time Turkey was still blocking Finland and Sweden's NATO accession bids. At the time of editing, this has since been resolved. The rest of the Iron Curtain passing through the Soviet satellite states in Central Europe. To illustrate what I mean, I even made a fancy map. Here in Central Europe is what is usually described as the old Iron Curtain. However, on the eastern edge of Turkey, we can see that the USSR borders NATO directly. Here is where I am currently standing in Armenia, and up in Norway was the same situation. But once this would have been one of the most highly militarized and fortified areas of the world. The border between a NATO country and the USSR. Does it? До свидания, Mount Ararat. Bumpy roads in this town, whatever this town is. I'm suspecting it's only going to get worse. Some old Soviet vehicles driving along this road. Don't want to get cleaned up by a train. Yeah. Just look at the landscape around here. Wow. So dry. Beautiful though. So I just pulled over to check the map because I saw a sign that said Vнимание, which means warning, and then it said something about being in the border area. And I know we're kind of close to Turkey. It said have your documents ready if you're close to the border. But we're not that close. We're currently here. Border with Turkey is just this river. So we're going to get a lot closer up here. Will be interesting. We're going to a town called Anipemza, and it's got apparently a nice Stomkultura that I want to check out. I guess we'll be on our way again. We had such a good run with the roads. Gah, so bad. Had to slow right down when I saw this up ahead. Okay, it's a little bit better. Oh, jeez. Oh. Tell you what, it makes you good at identifying where your wheel placement is. I hate to think what I'm doing to the rental. It's going to be slow going if I have to navigate this the whole way. My speedo says 10 miles an hour. That's not much. This is horrific. reminds me of the meme driving sober versus drunk. You know, in Western countries, sober only as a drunk driver would drive straight through the potholes. Ah, shocking. Look at this road. Oh. I'm sorry, car. I don't know if you can see this tower over here, but that's the Turkish-Armenian border. Been closed for 20 years. No one's allowed to cross. Alright, here's the town we're going to, Ani Pemza. I've just pulled off the road here. I want to show you something. Sign to Ani Pemza. Up here, I don't know if you can see that. It says in Roman numerals 27 and then KPSS, which is Communist Party of the Soviet Union. Sounds like it's going to rain soon. That's so cool. Alright, let's get back to the car. Well, okay. This is a random village. There's another watchtower for the border. I'd say that'd be the Turkish one. Извините, где здесь старый дом культуры? Вы знаете? Дом культуры. Советский дом культуры. Здесь. Где здесь?
Это знаешь, дом культуры. Вот так поднимайте по этой дороге.
Прямо там. Прямо.
Прямо?
Да, прямо дорога показывает. Там спросите, они показывают вам.
А потом налево и направо?
Не.
Там прямо.
И да?
Прямо поедете, а
Да?
там видно.
Спасибо. Here's the border right here. Literally 10 meters away. Wow. The old Iron Curtain. Wow. I don't know if I'm going to be able to find it. All I can see at the end here is a large Armenian flag and a large Russian flag next to each other. Maybe that's it. There's a storm coming as well. Gosh, it's all happening. I wonder if that's it. I saw an old Armenian flag in there. Just in there I can see an old flag. I don't know. What am I doing? Walking in this random town. It started raining. I just found an old Soviet flag painted on some wood. I don't know, I guess this is the building. But it's a bit hard to see if I can get in. There's just a storm going on behind me. Let's hope I don't get struck by lightning. Try not to drag too much mud into the car as well. Wow, the old Soviet light in the ceiling. Look at that. Wow, it doesn't appear to be a way in. There it is, but well, at least I'm pretty sure it is.
Дом культуры.
Дом культуры? Это?
Да.
Да, это закрыто.
Крыш нету. Ветер. Какой ветер бил? Все там.
Все там. Я могу посмотрю в здание или нет.
Нету такой.
Да.
Там дом, крыши. все, ветер
А,
сломал и все, нету.
нету. Ну, понял. Ну, спасибо. Спасибо. Could not look inside the building. I wanted to show you guys something in this village on the edge of Armenia. Just here we have the border fence with Turkey. On the other side of that fence you can see the watchtower. I'm going to get in the car before the storm hits, but this border marks the old Iron Curtain. Here, once upon a time, this would have been one of the most fortified areas in the world, where east meets west directly. Nowadays it's still quite fortified. The border between Armenia and Turkey has been closed for decades really, so it's still not possible to cross. Wow, we're back out on the potholed roads of rural Armenia. Unfortunately, we could not get into the building which we wanted to, but we're not going to let that ruin our day, and there's still interesting things to find here in Armenia. Just quickly before it rains, I'm back at the old stop, and I didn't notice this hammer and sickle on the sign before, but it's way up the top there, so we'll take a picture of that, and yeah, get back on the road. This is going to take a long time to get to Gyumri. It says 38 k's, but it's honestly going to take a couple of hours at this point. It's raining. Sun is setting, but the biggest problem is the freaking potholes, and they're difficult to see. But yes, the storm has officially arrived, so hopefully we can get to Gyumri in one piece. That's the goal. You think you can pick up a bit of speed and the potholes improve, and then they sneak up on you. Bloody ridiculous. Oh, this is fun. I'm wondering why my engine is smoking. I can smell it too. Gosh. Miserable conditions. Driving and weather. Well guys, I made it to the hotel, finally, after navigating that nightmare of a road. It stopped raining as soon as we arrived, and I think that's just poetic really. But anyway, here we are, beautiful view of, yep, it's, I will go find a restaurant now I think. Tomorrow I think we'll pick up from where we left off. So until tomorrow.